Hey guys, very good morning. Welcome back to Visual Path. This is Vivan, and today we are going to talk about MicroStrategy Design Architecture. So let's quickly understand why we are talking about MicroStrategy Design Architecture in today's session. So, do you remember this business intelligence workflow? Yeah, so many of you might be remembering this. So good if you remember this. If not, it's very bad because this is something we talked about in our introductory session. Okay, so that's very important that if not, go back to the introductory session and again go through the same video. You will understand what we talked about business intelligence workflow. So let's quickly touch base that again because we need to relate that topic with today's session. So first part in business intelligence workflow is the data source. So in digital world, in today's world, we have different wide ranges of sources, right? Be it LinkedIn, be it WhatsApp, be it Facebook, be it your internal organization website, be it global website. There are different data sources, right? Out of all those data sources, there is so much of data is coming, right? But not all data is important to us. So we are bringing only the important data and creating a data warehouse, right? So that first step is something is done by a ETL developer. And what does ETL mean? It is nothing but extract, transform and load. We are extracting, transforming and loading only the information, only the data which is important to us and creating a data warehouse. That's the first step of your business intelligence workflow. Then the second step comes in is the reporting. There we come in picture. There we come up as a MicroStrategy developer. Okay, so there is the requirement of BI tool, right? And MicroStrategy is a BI tool which is helping you to create those report and bring the insightful details out of that data. But the then question comes, why MicroStrategy only? There are different BI tools like ClickView, like Tableau. Then what does MicroStrategy make so special that we are focusing today on MicroStrategy? Okay, so there is a something which is very unique and very strong thing about MicroStrategy, which is nothing but its architecture. So when we say architecture, there are two things. One is called as design architecture and one is called as object architecture. In today's session, we are not focusing on object architecture because as we go ahead with this MicroStrategy course, one by one we would be touch basing on all the objects of MicroStrategy. So at the end of the MicroStrategy course, you yourself would know why MicroStrategy is so strong in terms of object architecture. Okay, but today we will talk about design architecture. What's so special about design that which makes architecture very strong, which makes MicroStrategy stand out among all the BI tools. So let's see and understand architecture in going slides. Okay, but before understanding the design architecture, there are few terminologies which we need to understand. So we will first touch base on that. Okay, very simple MicroStrategy terminologies. The three terminologies which we need to understand in today's session is project source, intelligence server and metadata. So as you can see on my screen, there are three blocks. First block is project source, okay, which is connecting to intelligence server, as you can see the arrow, and then intelligence server is connecting to metadata. Okay, that is the first scenario. Second scenario is project source is directly connecting to metadata. So that's how these three blocks and three terminologies are connected to each other. So now you understand how these things are connected to each other. Now we will see what all those terminology mean. Okay, so first is project source. Very simple. Project source is nothing but collection of projects in MicroStrategy. Second, it's a medium to connect to intelligence server. So that's what we saw in this slide. This project source is connecting to intelligence server, right? So in MicroStrategy, that project source is nothing but a medium to connect to that intelligence server. Okay, so let's see how project source appear in MicroStrategy. How does it look? Okay guys, so I have come to MicroStrategy developer. So if you remember, you have to go to all programs, you have to go to MicroStrategy product. Over there you see MicroStrategy developer. So that's what I have opened up. So if you have installed and configured MicroStrategy as per the instruction of the previous videos of this series, then you will see two things in this developer. One is called as MicroStrategy Analytics modules and one is called as MicroStrategy Analytics modules direct. Okay, these two things are nothing but your project source. Okay, these are the project source. This is how it appears in MicroStrategy. Okay, you will see one is just sign like CPU, and one is and there is one globe with CPU for MicroStrategy Analytics module. Okay, we'll come to know what those signs signify. Okay, but for now these are the two objects which are called as MicroStrategy project source. Okay, so if you connect to this MicroStrategy project source, what you see, these are nothing but projects. So human resources analysis module and MicroStrategy tutorial are nothing but MicroStrategy projects. Okay, so like we spoke, MicroStrategy project source is nothing but collection of projects, right? Very simple. Okay, also we said that project source is a medium to connect to intelligence server. So why we are saying that? So right click on this analytics module, modify project source. You will see a server name. This local host is nothing but your intelligence server. So through your project source you are connecting to the intelligence server. So that's the two things which we discussed, right? It's a medium to connect to intelligence server. Second, it's a collection of projects in MicroStrategy. That covers all about project source. Okay, so we talked about project source. Now we will talk about the second terminology, which is metadata, right? So metadata is nothing but your database repository for MicroStrategy objects. So again, if you come back to your developer, you will see first you have project source, then you under that you have projects, and if you again go inside the project, you have collection of objects like project objects, you have public objects, you have schema objects. So where all this information is stored, that is something called, that is what you see over here. This is your metadata. It's a database repository for MicroStrategy objects. It contains all the information about all those information objects. It contains all the setting details of all the objects, all the settings which you do in MicroStrategy. Okay, so that's all. That is what we called it as metadata. Okay, now talking about third terminology, which is intelligence server. This is very important, guys. This is really very important because this is the heart of MicroStrategy. Okay, why we have been always saying that this is the heart of MicroStrategy, we will see. It offers wide range of business intelligence capabilities. Okay, so we will see some of them and we will talk about them. Okay, so first is it helps to connect to metadata effectively. So if you remember this slide, this intelligence server is connecting to metadata. Okay, so that's what this first point says. It helps to connect to metadata effectively. Okay, it's self-explanatory. Second, it helps you to run queries, perform calculation and format reports. Because of this intelligence server, there are different components like analytical engine, there is SQL engine, there is a query engine, which helps you to run queries. As a MicroStrategy developer, you are creating report and users are running those reports, okay? But at the back end, this intelligence server is creating some sort of queries and running them against your warehouse to fetch the data. So this is all possible because of intelligence server. You don't have to do anything as a user or as a developer. MicroStrategy is doing that for you, okay? Again, there are many complex calculations, very wide ranges of calculation which is involved in analytical fields, okay? Again, that is done by intelligence server. You don't have to worry about them, okay? And when it comes to reporting, so in order to make your dashboards very appealing visually, you have to format your reports and dashboards, right? So there are n number of options available because of this intelligence server. So that's all about second point. Coming to the third point, it significantly improves user query performance, okay? So like I said, intelligence server has query engine, has SQL engine. So with the help of those engine, MicroStrategy is able to improve the query performance, okay? Because of that, you get the data in much faster way. Again, that is one of the feature of intelligence server. So you can say MicroStrategy is able to give better query performance because of intelligence server, okay? Let's move ahead. Fourth point, it efficiently manages thousands of end users requests, okay guys? So MicroStrategy is an enterprise tool. The environment will get used by thousands of end users, right? If you are working for a client where you have thousands of business users, so many users will be using different reports for different analysis, right? At that time, it is very difficult to manually decide to which request you should give the priority, which request should first go and fetch the data, then which request should hold for now. All these things, all this management is done by intelligence server. You don't have to worry. Intelligence server is intelligent enough, that's why we call it as intelligence server, is intelligent enough to efficiently manage all those thousands of end users requests, okay? You don't have to worry and you don't have to take care of that manually. Moving ahead, it allows multi-sourcing. So like we said, we have different data sources, wide ranges of data sources, right? Likewise, you can have different warehouse is created for you, okay? At the back end, you can have multiple data warehouse, okay? And you want to bring data from different data warehouses in your report. So that is called as multi-sources, when you want to bring data from different data warehouses and you want to showcase that in a single report, okay? So again, that multi-sourcing is possible because of intelligence server. Next point, it allows to store data on fly in memory, okay? So there is an object called intelligent cube in MicroStrategy which help you to store data in memory in MicroStrategy through intelligence cube, so that every time user run that report, it will not go and fire the query against data warehouse. It will simply fire that query against this intelligence queue and get the data, right? Which would be much faster than what you get when you get the data from warehouse, okay? So this is a very unique functionality provided by MicroStrategy, and this is possible altogether because of intelligence server. Next, services. So let's try to understand this way. So you are an analyst, you are developing a report, and your manager wants the Excel export of that report every day at 8 AM in his inbox. So one way of doing that is manually take the export of that report in the form of Excel, attach that in email and send it to your manager, right? Second way of doing that is automating that activity. Okay, this is something possible through distribution service. This is a functionality provided by intelligence server. You simply have to create a schedule. You have to simply create a schedule or a subscription for that report, and you can schedule that report for a particular time, let's say for 8 a.m. every morning, and this distribution service will do that activity for you. You don't have to manually take the export and send it to your manager every morning. Isn't that good, right? Again, this is something provided by intelligence server in MicroStrategy. You can not only distribute your reports to emails, but you can also you can also distribute your reports to shared locations. Okay, a location which is shared across your organization, and they can simply go to that location, that physical location, and get that extract from there, right? Even that is possible through distribution service. Okay, so next point, provides OLAP services. OLAP means online analytical processing services. There are a wide range of analysis which is possible as part of OLAP services. Again, that is provided by intelligence server. If you want more details, you can simply Google OLAP services. You will get all the details. Okay. Next point, provides better reporting services. All these things are all the points which we discussed are nothing but related to your reports, right? The reporting services. So of course we can say intelligence server is the main reason for providing better reporting services in MicroStrategy. It provides transaction services. So what does transaction service mean? So we have a data warehouse from where you are getting the data and you are creating a report, right? So that's a unidirection. You are getting an information from data warehouse in MicroStrategy, but also you can feed the data from MicroStrategy in the warehouse. Even that is possible. So this is something called as transaction services. Okay, which is again provided by intelligence server in MicroStrategy. Okay. What's the use case of this transaction service? We will see in this in the upcoming session when we talk about transaction service. Let's move ahead and talk about clustering options. Okay, so in today's world, one thing is very important is your environment availability, right? Your environment should be always live. In that scenario, clustering of nodes is very important, right? So in MicroStrategy, intelligent server provide that clustering option where you can cluster different nodes. So if suppose you have 3 nodes which supports your environment, so you can cluster them so that when first node goes down, second node is live and it supports your environment, and your environment is live. When your second node is down, your third when your second node goes down, your third node is live, right? In a way, it will never happen that all the 3 nodes are down. Yeah, that's the rarest of rare scenario, right? But whenever such things happens, this clustering of node is making sure that your environment is live 24/7, right? That's really important. So again, that clustering option is provided by intelligence server. So these are the some wide range of capabilities which are business intelligence capabilities which is provided by intelligence server. Okay, there are n number of capabilities, but we cannot talk about all of them, but these are the some important capabilities which I have covered. So that's why intelligence server is heart of MicroStrategy. So now you understand why I say it's a heart of MicroStrategy, because whatever is possible in MicroStrategy, it is mostly because of intelligence server. So that covers all the 3 terminologies which we discussed. Okay guys, now let's start with the architecture. design architecture which we want to cover in this session. So now you understand all the three terminologies, so it will now help you to understand all the design MicroStrategy design architecture which MicroStrategy has to offer. Okay, so there are different tiers, right? We say tiers, so it's let's say MicroStrategy tiers. So first tier is called as 2-tier, which is also known as direct tier, MicroStrategy design architecture. Second is called 3-tier architecture, where intelligence server got introduced. So we already talked about intelligence server. Then third one is called as 4-tier. So let's cover one by one what all those tiers mean. So as you can see on my screen, let's consider this section as first tier, this section as another tier, this section as another tier, and the last one again another tier. Okay, so when we talk about 2-tier, which is also known as direct tier, so you are directly connecting your first tier to your second tier, right? So this section, which is the first part, is nothing but your client section. Okay, the first tier is nothing but talking about your client section. So when you are saying client, so client can be anything, right? It can be your MicroStrategy developer, which we have seen many times in our videos, right? It can be a MicroStrategy developer. It can be also MicroStrategy web. So you can view your MicroStrategy reports also from web through your browsers. Again, that will become your one of the client, right? Again, you can view your reports and dashboard through mobile. So again, that becomes client. So all the client applications. So this section is talking about all the client applications, right? So let's first talk about MicroStrategy developer. So when we talk about 2-tier, so it is talking about MicroStrategy developer directly connecting to your metadata. Okay, so that's 2-tier architecture. So let's try to see that. So if you come back to your MicroStrategy developer, you will observe that the one of the project source was saying direct, right? So this project source is directly connected to your metadata. Okay, so that's what we see in the developer, that MicroStrategy developer is directly connected to your metadata, right? That's what we saw in the developer. This, if you right click on this, so you will see that project source is directly connected to your metadata. That's the 2-tier architecture which MicroStrategy has for offering. That is the first tier, which is called as 2-tier or the direct tier architecture. Okay, this is something not in use currently. People don't use 2-tier because like we discussed, everything in MicroStrategy is done by intelligence server. Most of the thing is done by intelligence server, which comes in 3-tier, not in 2-tier. So we'll talk about second option, which is 3-tier. So again, in 3-tier, MicroStrategy developer, MicroStrategy web, mobile, everything comes in picture, right? So first we will talk about MicroStrategy developer. So you can see your MicroStrategy developer is connecting to intelligence server, right? So your MicroStrategy developer through project source is connecting to intelligence server, and that intelligence server is connecting to metadata. So how many tiers are coming in picture? This first, second and third. So that's why it is called as 3-tier architecture. Okay, so let's again go back to developer. So now you see the first one. This is your 3-tier architecture. How to identify which one is 2-tier and which one is 3-tier? So over there the sign comes in picture. You will see a direct, which is nothing but 2-tier, also a sign which is just a CPU sign, whereas for 3-tier you have a globe appended with your CPU, right? That's how you can understand that which one is your 3-tier architecture and which one is your 2-tier. So in this project source, intelligence server is coming in picture. Now how you can understand that? You will modify project source. So what you see over here is your intelligence server, right? This is your intelligence server. This project source is pointed to your localhost intelligence server. My intelligence server name is localhost. Okay, that defines your 3-tier architecture. Okay, now the last one, which is 4-tier. Okay, so when I say 4-tier, so it's all about MicroStrategy web and mobile. Your MicroStrategy web will connect to the web server, MicroStrategy web server. Okay, so of course your MicroStrategy web will be hosted on some of the web server, right? So it will be connected to web server, and then your web server will connect to intelligence server, and that intelligence server will connect to metadata. So how many tiers are coming in picture? First, second, third, and fourth. So that's why it's called 4-tier architecture. So whenever MicroStrategy web is coming in picture, that means you are using 4-tier architecture of MicroStrategy. Okay guys, now again, so let me refresh this page for you. So let's see how MicroStrategy web page looks like. Okay, so this is a MicroStrategy web page. From here as well you can view MicroStrategy, right? So now MicroStrategy web is coming in picture. That means your 4-tier architecture is coming in picture. Okay, now the last one is the again a 4-tier architecture, but not using MicroStrategy web, but by using MicroStrategy mobile. So you can view your reports and dashboard through your mobile device as well, right? Through MicroStrategy application in mobile. Okay, right now I cannot show you that the physical device and how it looks, but if you are using MicroStrategy application through mobile, that means that becomes your first tier. Then that mobile application, this MicroStrategy application is getting connected to mobile server, and that mobile server is getting connected to intelligence server, and then that is getting connected to metadata. So how many tiers are coming in picture? First, second, third, and fourth. That's why whenever mobile comes in picture, again that is called as 4-tier architecture. Guys, getting my point? So you just have to remember these blocks. Okay, so whenever MicroStrategy web or MicroStrategy mobile is coming in picture, that means you are talking about 4-tier architecture. When you are talking about MicroStrategy developer as an application, so it can be 2-tier or 3-tier. It depends where intelligence server is used or not, right? So you go to your developer, so what you see over here is a 2-tier, and what you see over here is a 3-tier, right? Easy to understand, right? It's that easy. So I hope you understood different tiers of MicroStrategy: 2-tier, 3-tier, and 4-tier. That's all from today's session. Thank you guys. Happy learning. See you soon. Bye bye.